This is Calvin and Suzie with the added baby naming of their daughter Riley. So let's begin. Good afternoon everyone, my name is Emer and I'm a registered celebrant here in Australia. It is my pleasure to be able to be here today to see Calvin and Suzie to make this special commitment to one another, and I'm sure you all feel the same. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you all to please turn your phones to silent mode so they don't interrupt the ceremony, and if you can, to try and limit the use of them. That way when the couple look out at you, they will see your smiling faces and know that you are very present with them in this moment. There is a professional photographer on hand here capturing the day as it unfolds, so rest assured there will be plenty of images to share around later. I am told the bride is ready to join us, so please stand and cast your eyes in that direction. Let's show them some love by giving them a very warm welcome. On behalf of Calvin and Suzie, thank you for joining us on what promises to be an amazing day. So today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. I often wonder why, of the thousands of moments and milestones we experience throughout our lives, we regard this one as so important and special that we acknowledge it by sharing it so publicly. And I think it's because despite all our differences, love is what we share. It is the great unifier, that no matter who we are, where we come from, what we believe, we know one thing: love is what we are doing right. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and in this moment we are reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. Calvin and Suzie would like to take a moment to acknowledge their incredible family and friends, which is all of you, as these two people stand there before those that they love and who love them. We are going to start now on the monism. I am duly authorised by law to solemnize marriages according to law before you. By joining marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Calvin, repeating after me. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Calvin J. Brown, take thee, Suzie Mary O'Neill, to be my lawful wedded wife. Will you love and respect her? Will you maintain your part of your relationship's growth, continuing to travel and explore the world together? Will you do your best to continue to make him laugh each day and have fun together? And finally, will you be honest with her and stand by her through whatever may come, so that you can genuinely share your life together? Suzie, repeating after me, I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Suzie Mary O'Neill, take thee, Calvin J. Brown, to be my lawful wedded husband. Will you love and respect him? On the days when Calvin wakes up feeling extra dusty, make the effort to nurse him through the day. Will you maintain your sense of adventure, continuing to travel and explore the world together? Will you do your best to continue to make him laugh each day and have fun? And finally, will you be honest with him and stand by him through whatever may come, so that you genuinely can share your lives together? We are now going to collect the rings from the page boy, and though you both exchange vows, it is sometimes difficult to express in words the profound relationship that is love, and so we exchange rings. Let these rings serve as a reminder of your love and commitment to each other in the years to come. Calvin and Suzie, you have publicly declared your love and commitment to one another through the exchange of rings and vows. You better have a quick kiss to seal the deal. while we take care of some paperwork and legalities, I invite you all to relax a moment and enjoy the music. In a short while, I will call you all back together again so I can officially present a couple. Can the mothers of the bride and groom please come forward as the couple's chosen witnesses? So not in my usual day today of surprise marriages do we pause at the moment right before announcing the newly married couple for the very first time. But I assure you this is definitely worth the pause. Could we please bring baby Riley Jane Brown to her adoring parents who wanted everyone here today to witness in her naming ceremony too? We meet here today to take part together in a simple, happy ceremony. It is certain that the love this child receives during the early childhood will be of great benefit in the growth of the years ahead. This will be reflected in return by the love this child is able to pass on to others. So the presence of those gathered here today is appreciated, as will your interest and involvement be in the years ahead. We all join together in this ceremony, thereby demonstrating to each other our willingness to share in the task of training new lives, guarding them for the things they need to be guarded from, and teaching them what a thrilling and enjoyable thing life can be. Parenthood is a serious responsibility, and it can never be entered into the spirit of lightheartedness. Although the coming of little ones into our lives is not all serious and solemn, there is much happiness to be experienced from the time we watch the helplessness of a young boy through many stages of growth. These are the days full of adventures to hear together. The first smile, the first tooth, the first words, the first steps are all stages marking development of the child. The home becomes the training ground of good men and women and are in it to breed who will become leaders of new generations, showing other men and women what it is to be beautiful, or those who live only for themselves. As it is customary, guardians take a special interest in the ethical, material, moral development of the child, which is a serious responsibility, but one that can be most rewarding. We come now to an important part of proceedings where I will address this question to the guardians. Do you, Sam, Tom and Melanie, in respect of Calvin and Suzie, undertake, as the needs arise, to assume appropriate responsibility for her welfare and care and future health and guidance? Guardians. We do. Mentor Melanie will now read a poem to baby Riley. A thought to ponder on. The author is unknown. Now we will all partake in the naming ceremony. We all agree to call you Riley Jane Brown, so therefore name you Riley Jane Brown. We wish you long life and happiness in a loving and peaceful world. May you bring joy to your parents, your guardians, and all of us, your family and friends. May you contribute to making the world a happier place to live in. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the formal part of the proceedings. I have the pleasure in presenting Riley Jane Brown to your community of love and support. Would you please take the opportunity to congratulate the parents and guardians who have undertaken these serious responsibilities. Thank you. So family and friends, just back to the wedding briefly. Instead of wishing these two luck in marriage, please join me now in celebrating their continued success, both as incredible individuals and as a formidable couple. And as parents to their beautiful daughter Riley, let's show our excitement for the opportunities that this marriage will create in years to come, for the experiences still in store for these two, and most importantly, let's show them how much we love and adore them by making some noise as I present them for the very first time ever as husband and wife. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Harris.